Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create a simple damage zone in Unreal Engine 5 with C++. So essentially what these damage zones do, if you go into one of these boxes, every 0.5 seconds this one's going to take 10 health off the player and it should respawn him. There we go. And we have another type of damage zone. This one takes all of our health off us completely and respawns us straight away. As soon as we enter it, it kills us, as you can see. So let's create that. Perfect, so now I've created the project. I've used the third person template and made sure I've clicked on the C++ button so we can make the project through C++. Right, so the first thing we want to do is go to content browser, go to all, go to C++ classes, damage zone, right click here. I'm going to make a new C++ class. I'm going to go down to the bottom of common classes and go all the way to Unreal Interface. And here I'm going to create the interaction interface for when we overlap with the damage zone. So interaction, we'll have it as interaction interface. Let's create that class. Perfect, that has now been created. So now in the interaction interface, what we want to do in the public section is create two U functions. First U function is going to be blueprint callable and blueprint native event. Perfect, I'm going to duplicate that. And our first function is going to be a void on start interaction. And it's going to pass through two parameters. It's going to be a damage zone character. There's going to be a pointer to it. We need to forward declare that. It was telling us, but this is going to be a pointer. It's going to be called character. We also need to pass through the player controller. So a damage zone player controller there. Forward declare that. That's a pointer as well. It's going to be a controller. I'm going to call it. Perfect. Let's duplicate this because the other function is going to be exactly the same, just being a bit called on end interaction. That's perfect. So that's the interaction interface done. Let's jump into the character. So on the H in the character, in the public, I want to get a, instead of having begin play, I'm going to use possessed by. So every time the character gets possessed, it'll call these functions, and I'll show you the functions in a moment. We also want another U function. This is going to be for a function called avoid any damage. So we're going to be passing damage to that character. And we're going to pass in this is going to pass through a float of damage. Perfect. Let's just create those two functions. Right click, generate definitions. That's perfect. I've added them in. I'm just going to put these all the way at the bottom just for now. So hold Alt on them when you've highlighted them and press the down key. Perfect. Back in the H, we need to create two on overlap functions in the protected section. Let's create a protected section just here. I'm going to copy and paste these. These are on overlap and on end overlap I use in all my videos. I've just copied these on overlap and end overlap functions from the engine. These are my custom ones I've made, so it's on overlap, end overlap, that's perfect. Now we also need to get a U property for a variable, and the variable will be the player controller because we're going to get this character's player controller. So I'm going to get the T object pointer, and it'll be a damage zone player controller. Right there, forward declare it. I'm going to call this PC. That's perfect. Oh, well, I'm here, I might as well define these functions. Let's highlight and right click them, show context actions, and then generate definitions. It's going to create them in the CPP. Alt and just drag them just below what we've just created there. Perfect. And then lastly in here, we want the player's health, the player's minimum health, and the player's maximum health. So I'm going to do them as three variables. The first one's going to be a U property. It's going to be edit anywhere, blueprint read write. Edit anywhere, blueprint read write. It's going to be under the category of character stats. Perfect. Let's duplicate that 3 times. And the first one's going to be a float of health. I'm going to equal that to, let's just say 100. And then let's duplicate that. And then hold Alt, drag it down. And then change it to min health. Set that to 0. And then max health. We're going to have it as 100 like it is. So that's perfect. That's the health variables done. Let's jump into the CPP. Let's jump on possessed by. So we need to create a delegate on the character that calls when the capsule on the character overlaps with something. So let's get capsule components, and then we want to do on component begin overlap. And here we'd have dot add unique dynamic, and this will be this, the user object, and the function name will be reference at a damage zone on overlap. That's perfect. We're going to duplicate that and we'll change it to on component end overlap. Dead easy, just like that. And the function as well. I almost forgot then. Perfect. Next thing we need is to do this player controller, the variable we have. We need to assign it. So we need to get the controller off this character. So we'll do it like this. Damage zone player controller it's called. Just like that. And this is how we get the controller. Oh, I've got to put that in just there. That's perfect. So now we have the player controller. Now we'll do on overlap. So we'll do if is valid must be player controller, and we'll do and other actor get class, and then we'll do implement interface, and then we need to pass in interface we want. So we're going to do u interaction interface. There we go. We need this static class of it, so that's perfect. So the other actor we overlap with implements the interface. Want to run this code. So inside the code we want to do I interaction interface. Then here we'll do dot execute on start interaction, passing in other actor, passing in the player control this, and then the player controller. That's perfect. So we want to do exactly the same but on end overlap. So this could be end interaction. The reason we have a end overlap is because when we go into like a damage zone that only takes 10 off you every half a second, we want to stop taking health off you once you leave that zone. So let's say we could walk into like a arena where you're slowly getting damaged by the arena you're in. As soon as you leave that arena, you don't want to be taking damage. That's perfect. But for any damage, this is when we receive damage. You do if damage is less than 0.0f, and what we want to do here is just an early return. Because there's no point going into this function and going for all the code if we don't have any damage to pass through. So now what we can do is health minus equals damage, perfect, and then we're going to do health, fmath clamp health, min health and max health, perfect. The system already knows what I want to do. So that's just there, and then what we'll do here, if health is less than or equal to, just in case it does go below and we don't notice, 1.0f, we'll do min health here actually. Then we want to do check if is valid player controller, because we're going to be using that now to respawn the player. And what we're doing here is what we want to do PC, we want to unpossess its character, and what we want to do is get world, get auth game mode, get the authorization game mode. Then we need these little brackets here, a damage zone game mode, perfect, just like that. And then what we'll do at the end of here is restart player. This will respawn the player, but we need to pass through the player controller, and then destroy. So destroy this character, but it's respawning a new one. Perfect. That's all done for the character. Right, now we've done that, let's go back into Unreal Engine and create the actor that we interact with. But it's going to be a box we can walk through. So we're going to do right click, create new C++ class, click on actor, call this damage zone, for DMG for damage, and this will be zone like that. Just because our project is called damage zone, I can't have exactly the same name. As you can see, it's called damage zone character, damage zone game mode. Let's create that class anyway. Perfect, that class has been created. First thing we're going to want to create is a UScene component and box component. I'm just going to copy and paste these in, save typing them out, because if you've seen my videos before, it's just a waste of time. You just constantly typing them out because you'll see them in every video. So we've got the UScene component and we've got the UBox component, called it box collision. If you want to pause the video and just copy those into your project, go ahead. I'm just going to right click, add the forward declaration for UBox component. Perfect. While we're here, we need to add in the interface. So up the top here, comma, we need to do public interaction interface. Just there, that's perfect. So now if we start typing on start, it should come up down here, and we can do on end, also comes up just there. That's perfect. That looks perfect. So we've got the on start implementation, on end interaction implementation. So next we need a U property for a variable. This variable is going to be the damage we give to the player. So this is going to be edit instance only, and blueprint read write will do in the category of DZ, like we've done with the others. Category DZ, perfect. Get rid of the top bit here. This is going to be a float. This will be called damage, and equal that to 10 just for now for this one. Perfect. Now we need a private section. We're going to create a timer handle. We have a timer that activated when you go inside the zone. So let's create that private section like I just said. Private. Perfect. And inside here, the U property, we'll have nothing inside the U property, but we're going to have an F timer handle just there. I'm going to call this damage handle. Not sure what to call it, but that'll do for now. You can change it in your project. And then we need the function that gets called. So I'm going to have U function just there. And it's going to be called void give damage. So we're giving out damage. And then last but not least, I'm going to do a quick U property. and I want to get a pointer to the character, so it's going to be T object pointer, and this will be a damage zone character. Call it char instance. Perfect. Let's just create these functions. So just hover over more, just right click, generate definitions. It'll create them. That's perfect. So in the constructor at the top, what we're going to do now, I'm going to copy and paste again just a scene component box collision just to save time, because I don't want this video to be too long. Just put a simple damage zone. So we'll right click, include the definition there. That's perfect. In begin play, I'm going to create our timer. So get world, get timer manager. What we'll do here is dot set timer. This is going to be damage handle, give damage, the in rate is 5, and in loop is true. Next thing we're going to do is do get world. We're going to get timer manager. We're going to do pause timer, because we're going to set the timer straight away, then pause it. So we're going to be turning it on and off constantly every time you go in and out of the object. So that's perfect. There we go. Right, in the on start implementation, we want to do if is not valid, so exclamation mark in front of it is valid, and this will be character. And what we'll do here is just early return, and we need to right click and include definition, and underneath here we want char instance equals character. Perfect. Then underneath this we want to get world, and then we want to do get timer manager, and we want to unpause timer, and it'll be damage handle. So then it'll continue this timer and it'll give damage to the player. So now in the on end implementation, we want to do get world, get timer. I'm going to copy that over. I'm going to pause the timer again, and in here we're going to do character instance equals null pointer. And the last bit of code for this short video, hopefully, is going to be if not is valid, and this will be character char instance, sorry. And in here we want to do pause timer, because if it's not valid, we want to pause the timer and then return. And then underneath we want to do character instance, so if it is valid, character instance, and we'll do any damage, and then we'll pass in whatever damage this damage zone gives. So that's perfect. Now let's jump into Unreal Engine and live code. Live coding was complete. Let's create the damage zone. So create blueprint class. It's going to be BP damage zone. That was opened on the other monitor, sorry about that. So there it is there. All I want to do in here is times the box extent by 5 times 5, and Control C, Control V, Control V as well there. Save that. We also want to be able to see this in world, so not hidden in game is false. Put there like that. Let's drag it into the world and see if it works. So drag that off just there. So on the right we'll have one that takes 100 off you. On the left we'll have one that takes just 10 off you. So let's test it out. So in your game you could have like a flamey area. If you go into it, it's taking 10. So in about 5 seconds it should have killed you, which it did. This one, as soon as you go into it, it kills you. As you see, every time you go in it, it kills you, and this one gradually kills you. Right, that was how to create a simple damage zone in Unreal Engine 5 with C++. I really hope you enjoyed that, and if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. If you've got any questions, just leave a comment. Also subscribe if you can, but if you don't want to, that's completely fine. And yeah, thank you for watching the video, and goodbye.